In the world of real estate, we all hear about the big, flashy deals. But the most lucrative ones, they're often the ones you never hear about. Today, we're going to dive into the really interesting niche of RV park acquisitions and look at two guys, Voight Thornton and Cayden, who have pretty much mastered the art of finding those hidden gems.
So, let me ask you a question. If you wanted to find the absolute best real estate deals, where would you even start looking? The big listing sites? A traditional broker? Well, the answer might actually surprise you.
That's right. The best deals are found off-market. They aren't publicly listed anywhere. They're discovered through direct connections and relationships. And this simple but really powerful idea is the entire foundation of what Voight and Cayden do.
They basically see themselves as matchmakers. In a market that's just full of noise and competition, they're solving this fundamental disconnect, bridging a gap that, honestly, most investors don't even realize is there. Here's the core problem they're tackling. See, on one side, you've got owners sitting on these super valuable properties, but they aren't interested in selling the traditional way. And on the other side, you've got qualified buyers who are just tired of fighting over the same public deals. It's like a hidden market. And connecting those two sides, well, that's the key to everything. So let's meet the first half of this team, Voight Thornton. You can think of him as the strategist. His entire approach to business is built on these three pillars: discipline, teamwork, and persistence. And these are principles he learned long before he ever got into real estate.
Voight's background is all about structure. He was actually born on an Air Force base in Turkey, grew up in New Mexico, and went on to get a master's degree. He really built this methodical, disciplined foundation that would end up shaping his entire career.
And you can see exactly where that mindset comes from. He says the lessons he learned on championship sports teams, that grit and persistence, are what guide him when he's navigating these really complex deals today. It just goes to show you.
And then we have his partner, Cayden. Now, if Voight is the strategist, Cayden is the pure entrepreneur. He's all about drive, instinct, and hands-on experience. And yeah, his path was completely different.
So Cayden went to the University of Florida for a couple of years and then just decided, you know what? For an entrepreneur, real-world experience just compounds way faster than time in a classroom. So he traded in the degree for the work and went all in on real estate.
And you gotta love this. At just 18 years old, he had this incredible, almost prophetic ambition. He would tell everyone, "I'm gonna be rich." He just didn't quite know how yet. The path wasn't clear, but the destination absolutely was.
And then came this totally pivotal moment. Of all places, it happened at his grandfather's funeral. A chance conversation over lunch connected him with a circle of really serious real estate investors. And that one meeting, that single conversation, set his entire career in motion. It's what pulled him into acquisitions and eventually led him to RV parks. Okay, so you have the strategist and the entrepreneur. A great combination. But how do they actually make these deals happen? Well, it all comes down to their creative deal structure. This is what really, truly sets them apart from everybody else.
The difference in their approach is just night and day. I mean, the old way, you know the drill. You're fighting off other buyers, dealing with inflexible banks, and just endlessly scrolling through listings. Their way? It bypasses all of that. They go straight to the owners, they use flexible options like seller financing, and here's the real kicker, they often line up the buyer before the deal is even fully baked.
So this process is so crucial. They start by just talking directly to owners. But they don't just ask, "Hey, want to sell?" They ask, "Would you be open to creative terms?" So by the time they even bring a deal to a potential buyer, it's already teed up. That means the seller is motivated, and the basic framework for a creative win-win deal is already in place.
But what's the point of all this? What's the end game? I mean, it's not just about closing deals for the sake of it. For Voight and Cayden, this whole model is a vehicle for something way bigger, something that really impacts everyone involved. For their clients, the benefits are super clear. Sellers get to unlock the value of their property without all the hassle of a public listing. And buyers, they get exclusive access to deals that often need less cash up front, which means better cash flow right away. It's a genuine win-win.
And for Voight and Cayden, this is the real prize. The goal isn't just about making money. Like Cayden says, freedom is the real goal. Time, family, and no one telling me what to do with either. And really, this shared vision is the glue that holds their partnership together. They see real estate as this powerful tool for liberation. So each deal isn't just a transaction on a piece of paper, it's a step toward freedom for their clients and for their own families. So we'll just leave you with this thought to chew on.
The success that Voight and Cayden have found is built on this one core idea, that the best deals are hidden in plain sight. They're not accessible through websites, but through relationships. And if that's true, well, it really makes you wonder, doesn't it? What amazing opportunities are we all missing just because we're looking in all the wrong places?